Hey guys, it's Rich with your Monday Spot in Pagan Perspectives. This is take number 3, and hopefully I can get through it all here real quickly. First off, I want to say why I have not been on Pagan Perspectives for, 3 weeks now? Well, 1 week was for subs, so that's obvious. Those other 2 weeks, one was Columbus Day, and I forgot that it was Monday until it was like 11 o'clock at night. The second time was my computer wasn't loading things up to YouTube, so hopefully this week it loads stuff up to YouTube pretty easily. I'm hoping. So let's, go on from this and learn our lesson and everything. So this week we're talking about pagans and firearms, essentially. And just paraphrasing what the question is, hello, I'd like to ask your opinion as a pagan about the rights to own firearms in the USA. The actual debate, I am from Spain where weapons are strictly banned, so from my experience it's no big deal, pretty much is what they're saying. They don't see the need for owning guns, and they don't know how it relates to the "and it harm none, do as thy will" scenario if you follow it, and if you don't, then how do you as a pagan view life? So, essentially that's the question. I'm going to put it in the bottom bar like always. So hopefully I can get this all done in one take. You guys can watch it tonight and then watch card tomorrow. So, the actual debate of bearing arms, or the right to bear arms, comes from the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. If you guys are not from the U.S., you probably don't know of the debate, and if you do, you probably don't know as much about the debate as a lot of people do, that are in the U.S. Who knows, you might. So, the Second Amendment to our Constitution, basically, it says that all Americans have the right to bear arms. So, meaning that you're allowed to own weaponry. So, maybe a gun, sword, whatever. Stuff like that. You have the right to own a weapon to protect your house from anybody coming in for hunting purposes, all that stuff. You have the right to own one. So, they're basically saying that they're not going to come in and take all your weapons away from you. Okay. So the debate for the last, who knows, however many years, is should Americans be allowed to have weapons, or should we be a total no-weapon country? Well, for one, from my stance is, a criminal isn't going to care if it's illegal to own a weapon or not, because after all, hey, they're a criminal. So, that's my stance on it, for one. For two, as you know, if you've been watching a while, I'm in the military, so I fight for that freedom for people to bear arms, if they so choose, to hunt, to have target practice for recreational purposes, or to just protect your home. Have one in a box to protect your home. I fight for that right for people. Now, since I am in the military and I fight for that right, why should I not be able to have a gun? So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I fight for your freedoms, so why shouldn't they be able to use them? It's something afforded to us by our forefathers. Blah. There you go. So, as far as the whole "and it harm none," basically, whenever you're going out hunting, and this is the case with a lot of hunters, for one, it's a sport. It really is. You get up early, you go out there, it's like sitting in the stadium and all that, waiting for the game to start. When the deer shows up, the game has started. Whenever the deer falls down dead, that's when the game's over and you come out the winner. Basically, it's a sport. To a lot of them. Also, to a lot of them, it's a means of food. Many hunters actually use it for food, just like the Native Americans have done before us. We all know of hunters and gatherers in our areas. So they at one time had to gather food. How do you think they gathered it? You can't live on just berries. So, hey. So they, just like them, we hunt and we gather and we get meat. So why should you not be able to do that freely? Also, thirdly, see who's keeping track. Thirdly, it actually controls a lot of the populations of different species out there, such as the white-tailed deer. You know, we have them all over the place here in North America. It actually controls the population, it keeps it down, it cuts down on injuries to people in car accidents, you know, stuff like that. It really does. So now we're not overrun with white-tailed deer running everywhere. Because, believe it or not, the winters don't kill off enough of them. So, that's my stance on the whole animal harm none. My other stance is on the how do we view life as a pagan. I work hard for my money, so hard for a honey. Hey, don't judge me. I make a decent living. I don't, you know, I'm not bringing home 100 grand, you know, a year. Not even close. Not even close. But I do have a house. I have the American dream. I have a house. I have property. I have a very nice house. So why should I not be able to protect myself, my investments, and whoever or whatever stays in my house, such as my pets, or if I have somebody over? Who's to say that I am not allowed to protect that person? To me, it's either me or that other person that's going to go down, and it's not going to be me. So if I am ever caught in that situation where I absolutely, without a doubt, cannot do anything else but shoot at somebody with a gun and keep them from harming me, killing me, or somebody that I love, then I'm sorry, but the choice is kind of clear to me. Somebody else, the other person has to go down. Now, I won't shoot to kill them, but if they start shooting at me, then it's all on. Because I'm not risking my life and everybody else's life with, you know, flying bullets and everything like that. I'm going to shoot to kill. It is my right to protect my land. It is also my right to bear arms, to protect myself from a criminal who illegally has a gun, or illegally possesses a gun. I would have mine registered in my name, you know, all that good stuff, the way you're supposed to. These guys, they get them on the streets from drug dealers and crap like that. So, they're not even playing by the rules, but I am. If they're going to be busting into my house, they're going down. So, sorry for keeping it so real on you, but hey, I try. So, I'm sorry that I've rambled on a little too much. Next time that you see me will be next week, hopefully, if everything pans out. And yeah, that's it. Next week, I'm not going to tell you what we're talking about because that would just be unfair. But until then, may you have a great day and a better tomorrow. May your ancestors be with you. Bye-bye.